Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Well, kind of I am. I'm YouTube famous now. No, 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 no. The album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF, the summer edition. Rock on, gold dust, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Where you going? I'm going to Mexico. Beast! So, happy Sunday, y'all. It is actually Saturday afternoon, and I'm sitting on my front porch. I'm getting ready to go inside and pack. And if you are watching this video on Sunday afternoon, then I have just landed in Mexico. And I am there for a little combined birthday trip. My husband's birthday was last week, and my birthday is coming up on Thursday the 29th. I expect many birthday presents, wishes, cards, and fantasies. I don't know what a birthday fantasy is, but I'd like to experience it, I think. So anyway, let me put on a little bit of lip gloss, because this is going to be a real fun video today, okay? We're going to have some deep conversation, and we're going to get real heated and all that kind of stuff. Before I do, though, I have to tell you, okay, it's hot as sweaty elbows. It's hot as sweaty elbows out here, okay? And it's hotter than a sinner in a church on Sunday. And listen, Judy, I ought to know, okay? So before I get into that, I just got back from brunch at our favorite place, Cafe Patishu. And I have this hot coffee sitting right here. And I'm actually going to turn it into iced coffee. So let me show you how. Somebody bought me this Zoku iced coffee cup. And what you do is you put this little part here in the freezer. So, woo! It's so cold, okay? And you can see this part in here, the component freezes. Then you put your warm coffee into the ice cold part like this, and then you have your iced coffee all ready to go. Now, there is a straw that comes with it, and then you put the straw inside the lid and you put the lid on. But I prefer to drink it just without a lid, because it's a little bit, or without a straw, because it's a little bit more fun. So anyway, woo, but it is so hot out here. And I'm sure it's hot in Mexico, and I'm so excited, but I wanted to film a little video, and I wanted to have a video all ready to go, so that when we landed, it would be posting, and then you guys could enjoy it, and yeah, and then I get a bunch of birthday wishes from everybody when I landed in Mexico. It'd be so nice, but my birthday's not till Thursday, okay? But listen, you can take Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you can all wish me happy birthday every single day. I'd be so nice, wouldn't it? Okay, now, we're gonna do a little rant video today. Now, if you didn't watch my last rant video that I did, which was called something like "We Need to Talk," which is what I usually call it, or "I'm so upset," or "I'm so angry," or something like that, okay? I did, at the end of the video, I had you guys put on my Instagram story things that you guys ranted about, or things that bothered you guys or drove you guys crazy. And so I picked like 3 or 4 of them, and I addressed them after I addressed my personal rants. So I went in, actually, because I did the video at like 3 hours of the Instagram story being up. So I went in at 24 hours and I screenshot all of the different things that you guys were complaining about. So I thought that I would go in today. Here they are. I have all of them. You can see. I have tons, okay? So I thought that I would go in here today and I would just respond to some of them. Some of my favorites. I actually had it all picked out where I wanted to start. And now I can't. Here it is. I think this is where it is. Okay, so some of these, I have to tell you, are rather serious rants, and so we probably will get a little heated talking about this, okay? So are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for a good old-fashioned rant video? Okay, so the first one, and I'm not going to call anybody out in case y'all want to stay anonymous and things like that, and I just kind of like read through these. I picked like 4 or 5 out that I want to respond to, and then I'm just going to kind of look through them and just randomly pick up. So the first one, people chewing gum with their mouth open, especially at the ripe age of, I think, 30 or 40 plus. Well, first of all, okay, we don't need to talk about just chewing gum, okay? We need to talk about chewing food with your mouth open, okay? I don't even like to do my review videos or to do mukbangs or anything. I always cover my mouth. I don't like to do it, okay? I cannot stand when you are sitting at a dinner table with somebody and they're like, and let me tell you something. Girl, shut your mouth. Didn't your mother teach you anything? Okay, my mother taught me, you put your napkin on your lap, okay, and you say please and thank you, and excuse me when you need to get up from the table, and my mother was very weird about manners and dinner tables, okay? You put your napkin on your chair if you're coming back, you put your napkin on your plate if you're leaving for good, on and on and on, okay? On and on and on. You don't chew with your mouth open. You don't. It's rude. It's rude and it's disgusting. Don't nobody want to see that stovetop stuffing coming out of your mouth anyway. It's gross, okay? Nobody wants to see that mashed potatoes and gravy coming all over down your chin. You think somebody wants to see that? Nasty. It's gross, okay? Start an OnlyFans and charge people for that crap if you think somebody wants to see that, okay? Call it my only gravy. Somebody said, people using Facebook as a diary without giving me the background story. Well, I know this is going to upset a few people, I do, okay? But I know a few people out there, okay, some friends of mine, that they literally post 3 to 4 paragraphs every single day telling you the woes of their world, okay? First of all, I said this for many years now, and I'm going to say it again, okay? Facebook's not your friend, okay? These people, they're not your friends. Facebook's of the devil. And most of the time, when you're posting all this crazy stuff on there about all the woes of your life, people aren't sobbing for you and feeling bad for you and stuff like that. Now, they might post on there like, oh, I feel so bad for you. I'm sorry, what's going on? Now, I'm not talking about real serious stuff, okay? About losing family members and things like that. And surgery. Okay, that stuff. I'm talking about when you say things like, I had a garage sale and I only made $10 and I worked 2 days on putting this stuff out there on the table. Girl, why are you telling people that stuff? Nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares that you had a garage sale, okay? What you're wanting to do is bring attention to your sorry-ass life, okay? I'm sorry that you had a garage sale and that nobody came to it, okay? Maybe you weren't selling nothing good. I don't know what to tell you, okay? Was it just a bunch of junk? I mean, I like a good yard sale, don't get me wrong, okay? But maybe it was just a bunch of junk. I don't know, okay? But then what kills me is that people put on there and they'll say things like, oh, I'm so sorry that you didn't make any money at your yard sale and whatever, right? And, but then, now don't get worried if I get real heated over here. I'm talking about yard sales and such.
I hear, hey, I just want to come over and check out your watering situation.
Okay, and just let me finish this first, okay? She gonna come over here and check out my watering situation because she's gonna water my plants while we're on vacation. So anyway, but then, like, people will, like, post things on there. And they'll say, oh, I feel so bad for you. I'm sorry that you only made 10 cents at your garage sale and things like that, right? And then the person will come back and they'll say, oh, thank you so much. Maybe next time we can have a garage sale together. And then that person will comment and whatever. And then, true story, I'll be talking to that person that commented on it like 3 hours later and they'll say, did you see Judy Smith complaining on the Facebook about her yard sale? And I'll say, yeah, and I saw your comment on there talking about how bad you felt for her too. Now you want to talk about her behind her back. Because that's what people do. They're not your friends on the Facebook, okay? They're not. And then what kills me is y'all want to tell your true stories on the Facebook of the world every single day. 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs. Checking in at the gym, checking in at here, checking in at the grocery store, checking in at every, but nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares where you're at. They don't, okay? That's for you. You want to do all that, okay? And then you post 400 pictures of your grandbaby, and then you want to call me up and say, when I got a busy life, listen, I got television shows to watch, I got audiobooks to listen to, I got things to do, okay? I'm a busy person. I gotta sit out here and talk to my neighbors across the street while they're gardening. I'm a busy person, see? I can't be watching or looking at 400 pictures of your grandbabies, okay? And then you have the nerve and the audacity to call me up and say, well, you didn't like any of my pictures that I posted 6 days ago. Well, honey, I don't have hard to tell you this, but I didn't even know that you posted any pictures 6 days ago, okay? I didn't have any clue. I'm sorry. And then I feel real bad. I'm like, oh, I didn't? Let me go in there. Oh, that baby's so cute. It's so cute. And then I feel real bad, right? I just started telling people, and they called me up and they said, you didn't even like any of my pictures. First of all, what... You want to act like what you are saying on the Facebook is so damn important anyway, and then you have the gall and the audacity to call up somebody and pressure them into liking your pictures and ask them why they're not liking your pictures, because you, like, whenever you're in their presence, they are constantly on the Facebook, constantly on the next door, constantly leaving comments on people's, oh my God, did you see this? Did you see, oh my God, did you know that this, blah, blah, blah. Girl, no, I don't live on the Facebook, okay? The Facebook is boring. It's of the devil, okay? I hardly even post anything. The first thing I posted was for my husband's birthday a couple days ago. I hadn't posted on there in like over a year. I don't care about the Facebook, okay? The Facebook's of the devil, all right? I don't get it. I don't understand it. And there are people that live on the Facebook. That's why they don't understand why you don't. They're like, well, I like all your pictures. I like all your posts. I'm like, I don't even post on Facebook. What are you talking about? Well, I like all your pictures and all your posts when you do post. And I'm like, I don't really care if you do or if you don't, okay? Because I don't post it for you. I posted that for my husband. I don't care if one person liked it or not, okay? I did it for him. I didn't do it for the whole rest of the world. The citizens reasons of the universe, I didn't do it for y'all, okay? Get over yourself. Nobody cares about all this kind of madness, okay? And I'm sorry that you live on the Facebook and that's your life. You know, join my True Crime Book Club. It's on the Facebook. There you go, okay? Join the Vloggeritos group. It's on the Facebook. Get your hobby, okay? Get your craft. Start crocheting or something. I don't know, but get off the Facebook. It's not healthy for you, I'm telling you, okay? It's not healthy. It's of the devil. Seriously, it is, okay? You're going to have exorcisms and things like that. So somebody said, hold on a second, people driving below the speed limit. Now, let me just tell you, okay, I got a story to tell you all about this one. This is not so much a rant as it is kind of a funny story. So my mother, true story, is the only person that I have ever met in my entire life that got a speeding ticket for going under the speed limit. True story, okay? My mother would never even drive on, like, a major road because she called it an interstate or a highway even when it wasn't. So to get to my aunt's house, which is literally 1 block from where I live, we used to live about 20 minutes north of here, there's a major road called Keystone that goes all the way up. You could be from my aunt's house to our house in like 10 minutes. My mom went through all these neighborhoods, okay? And the neighborhoods, you know, they always have like speed limit of 20, 25 or something like that. My mom got pulled over one time. She was going like 10 miles. Now, what my mom would say is she was going like 10 miles an hour and she got pulled over. She had to go to court and everything for like going too slow. And anyway, she used to say to me, I'd say stuff to her, I'd be like, Mother, can you please speed up? Like, you're not even going the speed limit. I mean, she would be going like 5 or 10 miles under the speed limit. And she'd be like gripping the steering wheel like this. She was so nervous, right? Nervous Nelly down, right? And I'd say, Mother, please speed up. Why are you going so slow? Oh my God, there's 10 people behind us. This is so embarrassing. I hope it's none of my friends from high school that are seeing me, right? And my mother would say, the speed limit's just a suggestion. What? And she'd say, and I'd say, no, Mom, it's not. She'd say, yeah, the speed limit is just a suggestion. It's just, they just suggest that. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Now I see these people on the TikTok. I saw this gal. I've actually watched this whole thread of TikToks. There's like 5 TikToks in a row. I've watched it like twice because it just cracks me up so much. It's this woman that gets pulled over in Florida and she's moved there from Georgia. And the police are asking her for her driver's license, and she says you don't have to have a driver's license to drive a car, that's only for commercial driving. And they're like, no, ma'am, you have to have a driver's license. She goes, no, I know. She goes, I know common law. She keeps on talking about common law. And one night I was watching it, because like I said, I watched it twice. I think it was the second time I was watching it. I was like, who does this remind me of? This reminds me of somebody. Oh, my Lord, this reminds me of my mother. My mother who said speed limits were just a suggestion. Oh, my God. Okay, let's get into some of these other rants. Self-checkouts at the grocery store. I like old-fashioned grocery check. Well, you need to go grocery shopping with my good Judy Tanya Jean, okay? Tanya Jean that can go to the Walmart or the Meijer, right? And she's the only person that I know that can go 3 times a week and spend $300 on cheese. You know what I mean? Like cheese and crackers and things like that. She's always got somebody coming into town visiting, and she's got to get lemonade and cheese and, you know, all that cheese trays and all that kind of stuff, right? And so we'll go in, and literally we go in for like, you know, a stick of deodorant, and we come out $300 worth of groceries later, and she makes me go up and down each aisle. But I don't really care because I love going to the grocery store with my good Judy Tanya Jean, right? I mean, it's something we've done for years and years and years. But we always go real late at night, okay? Now, she doesn't want to go to the Walmart anymore, and I'll tell you why. Because if we go to the Meijer, okay, there's 3 on either side, so there's 6 total self-checkout lanes, okay? And I'm always like, Tanya, let's just go through the self-checkout. I'll just do it. Like, I act like I work straight up in the grocery store, okay? I'm like at the Aldi. I'm like checking that stuff left and right. She's like, you are so fast. How do you do this? And I'm like, well, in another life, I guess I worked at the grocery store. I love to scan that stuff. Like, that's, you talk about pastime and a hobby. I love to scan that stuff at the grocery store. So much I do, right? But this is the reason why Tanya likes to go to the Meijer, okay? And I'm going to tell a little sins on my Tanya Jean, okay? There are these 2 brothers that work at the Meijer, and Tanya thinks they are so sweet, and they are so nice, and they live with their mom and stuff like that. Tanya gave them, like, gift cards for Christmas and stuff like that because they're so nice to her. Whenever they see Tanya come through, I don't care if it is 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Whenever they see her, guess what they do? They open a lane for her. So we will sit there, okay, where the lanes are, because there's never lanes open at that late at night, you know, they always have the self-checkout. She walks back and forth, waiting for one of those brothers to come over there. There's twin brothers, they work at the Meijer, you know, and they're real sweet, they're real super nice guys. They always open a register for her, and she's like, I'm just waiting, I'm like, girl, what are you, she's like, I'm looking at these dresses, stop rushing me. I'm like, I know what you're doing, Tanya Jean, you just don't want to check your stuff out of the self-checkout. She's like, that's not true, I can self-check out my stuff. She's like, I'm just looking at these dresses, stop bothering me. If I want to buy one of these dresses, I'll buy one of these dresses. She calls them those boho dresses. And Walmart and the Meijer have like sold out their minds on those boho dresses. Y'all know I'm talking about those summer boho dresses that can be either a swim cover-up or they can be a dress for a wedding. You know those? Okay, they're like $20, but they can go for both. Tawny Jean, she's got bags of them at home, okay? Because every time we go to the Meijer, because she's walking back and forth waiting for them to open a line, because she'd rather go to the checkout line. I don't even really think it's so much that she doesn't like to check her own stuff, which she doesn't. But this is truly what she'll do. So she'll be like checking stuff out. This is why I always do it for her, because she's real slow. She like checks, it's like this. And then it'll come up and it'll say something like, wait for the person, and then she'll go, that's why I just check the stuff for her, okay? But listen, I don't care. I like a good self-checkout lane any day of the week. Okay, let's get to some more of these. Hold on a second. When people say they like sushi, but it's the California roll, it's not real sushi. Okay, well listen, I'm a vegetarian, okay? And there is a place right up the street from us, and it is called Blue Sushi. And they have 10 vegan rolls on there. And people always want to tell me that they are not real sushi. You don't have better fights to fight in the world than one to come for somebody that's saying a California roll is not real sushi. You don't got better fights to fight in the world. Let me let you borrow a few of mine, okay? I got a few more things I could complain about. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, I work as a cashier at a grocery store. People that don't use the divider stick on the conveyor belt. Oh, my Lord. This kills me. I am such a courteous shopper. Now, I just talked about the self-checkout, right? But when I go places that don't have self-checkout or they're not open or whatever, right? I always go, I put all my stuff up there and then I put the stick in between somebody else. Let me tell you, I cannot even tell you how many times that I have tried to put that stick in there between, and then somebody is already putting their stuff down there. I'm like, if you are already going to put your stuff down there, if you are in such a hurry, okay, to get your Bartles and James wine coolers up on the cart that you can't even wait, and you're packing Newports to get up there on the cart, okay, you can't even wait for 2 seconds in your bologna for your bologna sandwiches, that you can't even wait for 2 seconds, okay, and your French's mustard for your bologna sandwiches, you can't even wait for 2 seconds for me to put up the divider, then you put up the damn divider yourself. It's rude. And then what happens every single time is they're scanning my stuff, and then at the very end it's coming so fast, right, because the cashiers, they just see like I could be a cashier. They know how to scan that stuff so fast, right? They're just like boom, 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 right? And so then it comes to the end and they're like, is this stuff yours? I'm like, no, that's not my bologna. I don't like bologna. My first name has my wiener has a first name. Oh my Lord, what did I just say? Do you guys remember that commercial? There's bugs all around my face and things like that. What is that? My bologna has a first name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. My bologna has an... Oh, no. My bologna has a first name. It's O-S-E-A-R. My bologna has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. I love to eat it every day, and when I do, then this is what I say, cause Oscar Mayer is the way for B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Oh my God, I almost got that so right, I can't even believe it! And I don't even like bologna. And can I tell you what I really don't like? That my mom always made me for lunch when I was a kid, that olive loaf. Why do they not just discontinue that olive loaf? They just need to put like ham, chicken, and turkey, okay? And maybe bologna for the kids. I call it bologna because that's what we call it in the Midwest. But anyway, nobody wants that olive loaf. Do you remember that olive loaf? And kids would take it off their sandwich and they would throw it up against a cafeteria wall, and that one mean teacher would say, Johnny, I saw you. You threw that olive loaf up against the wall. And they go up there and put your nose against that olive loaf. Johnny might have been me. I don't know. But anyway, I did have a teacher one time. I told this story on a vlog, I think. But I had a teacher. And so I got caught talking in class a lot because I like to talk. I'm sure it's a big surprise, right? And so at lunchtime, she was my 5th grade teacher. She was real mean too. And I don't even remember her name, but I just remembered her name. But I don't think she's alive anymore. So anyway, but hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a nice day, huh? A little hot.
What?
It's a little hot outside.
Yes. That's what. Go to the pool.
Yeah, okay. Going to the pool, it's koozie. So anyway, but this one time, my teacher, she was like, Peter Monn, you have detention at lunch for talking during class. I was like, who, me? That was not me. That was Judy Smith, Sally Smith, and Margaret Smith over there. They were talking to me. I was just answering them. That was always the trouble, okay? Now, I do like to talk, but it was Margaret, Sally, and Judith, okay? Or Judy. They always were talking to me, and I'd be like, what? And then as soon as I said what, I was the one that got in trouble, right? So this teacher, during lunch or recess, we go outside and there was all this gum on the wall, you know, where people like taking their gum out and they stuck it on the side of the wall, this brick wall. So she goes, pick a piece of gum and stick your nose up against that piece. Excuse my language, oh my lord, I almost cussed 25 cents for the cuss jar. Bugs in my face and in my mouth and things like that, okay? Because I'm talking sins of the world probably, because I'm not being a good Christian right now telling on this teacher, but it's the truth. It's the truth all day long. So she made me put my nose up against this gum on this wall, okay? And I was just standing there like this. It wasn't my first time and probably wouldn't be my last. Well, true story, my mother pulled up, okay, because she had something to bring me for school, and she saw me up there, and she said, what are you doing? And I said, well, I got in trouble for talking in class. She goes, is your nose up? I said, yes, she told me to pick a piece of, she goes, oh, no. She goes, you get off that wall right there. My mother, who had been an educator all her entire life, she went off on this teacher in front of the kids on the playground, and then let me just tell you, she humiliated this teacher. She said, don't you ever, I mean, she was like Betty Davis in some old movie. Don't you ever, but you aren't, Jane. Don't you ever put my son's nose up against that bubble gum up there again, okay? Needless to say, that teacher wasn't very nice to me after that, okay? But anyway, my mother should have requested for me to have a change of venue, okay, like courtrooms, but a class. I should have had to change a teacher, because that teacher, she had it out for me ever after that because she didn't like my mother. So anyway, she didn't like me either. That teacher she was mean as sin. True story, though. Hold on a second. Parents that don't control their screaming kids in public, soft parent. I can't say anything about that, because as soon as I say something about that, I'll get all the comments about how, like, I'm not being kind to all this different issues, and so I can't say anything about that, right? Hold on a second. Jeffree Star, Manny and Laura, LMFA. Well, what's your rant about them? I mean, I could rant about them for hours and weeks and days and months. Hold on a second. Somebody said, I can't stand it when a YouTuber's 25-minute video is 15 minutes of sponsors. Well, hell's bells, I wish I could get a sponsor. Y'all want to sponsor me out there? I don't know. Send me $1 and I'll sponsor a video for you. Okay. Oh my lord, this girl, she said the words. She's gonna make me say these words. The words moist and crust. Okay, there's a lot of words I don't like out there. I don't like panties. I have to tell you, I do not like the P word, okay? The puss out word. I do not like that. I think that word is it's dirty, okay? It's gross, okay? And when somebody says, like if somebody says, like my or their, juicy, puss out, don't say that, okay? Don't say that. That is so gross. And then to use it in the same sentence as panties, nobody needs to know all that, okay? That is so dirty. Don't, okay? I can't even. My mind cannot. Okay, and it's like, and then people, like, as soon as people find out the words that I do not like, then they want to start using those words around me constantly. They know I don't like moist, they know I don't like juicy, they know I don't like pussau. Y'all, if you can't figure out what pussau is, okay, just do the math, right? They know I don't like, Davenport, which means couch. I don't like some of these words. I don't know why I don't like them. I just don't. Okay, trousers, slacks, blouse. I don't like any of those words, okay? And I think it's partly because, like, back in the day, like, my grandma would say things like, now go, my dad's mom, not my mom's mom, go, not my grandma that went to prison, but I talked about that in my vlog the other day. But she'd say things like, now go grab you trousers and a blouse. Well, that's probably why I ended up gay. My grandma probably made me gay talking about me wearing a blouse when I was, 4 years old or something like that. I wasn't wearing no blouse. I was wearing a shirt, okay? Now I call them blouses all day long, and I wear a purse and everything else. But listen, we don't need to worry about that today, okay? I'm out and things are fine, and happy Pride Month and all of that, and praise Jesus and all that, okay? But anyway, I need to just move on to the next one. Don't be using those words, and definitely don't be saying juicy puss out, okay? It's gross, and nobody needs to know about all that, okay? Nobody needs to know if you have one either, okay? So anyway, let's look at the next rant that I can pick. Somebody said calling everything a journey, sometimes it's just life. Well, I have to say that I absolutely love your comment, but I do call everything a journey. Listen, life's gonna be over one of these days. It's gonna be real short, okay? You're gonna be like, one day you're just gonna be, it's gonna be like, okay, well, I guess this is it. It's over. And I guess it was a journey. It is, though. life is a journey. And you know, I have to tell you when it stopped or changed for me was I used to drive a Nissan Pathfinder, and there used to be these ads on TV for Nissan Pathfinders, okay? Or Nissan, I drove an Xterra too, so I don't know if it was for an Xterra or a Pathfinder, but they had these commercials and I loved them, right? And do you remember the old saying that it was like, and they would say, in life, it's not the journey, it's the destination? Okay, Pathfinder or Nissan or one of those, Xterra or something came out, and the Xterra was my favorite car of life. I don't even think they make them anymore, but I love that car so much. I felt like such an off-road badass in that truck. So anyway, but I was watching this commercial, and they used to have them up all the time. They said, some people say that it's the journey, not the destination. We say the journey is the destination. And I was like, oh, see what they did there? That's so cute. I love that so much. The journey is the destination. See, I love that so much. It's going to stop. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? Okay, but anyway, but I love that so much. The journey is the destination. But I do like talking about a journey, because basically everything that you go through in life is a journey. Okay, so I don't know. But I do like what you say there. Okay, I'm trying chewing noises. Somebody said I love today's video. I don't remember what today's video was. People in public that have no concept of personal space. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I started doing to people when they get real close to me and they want to talk. Like, I'm like, are you whispering? Are you telling me something that nobody else can hear? Or are you just telling me what? I don't understand. Like, you're real excited about this restaurant. Why do you need to be this close to me? I push them back, okay? And I know that some people think that's rude. I've gotten to a point in my life. I'm gonna be 51 on Thursday. I'm gonna do a whole video about that, okay? Because 51's a very special year for me, and there's a long reason behind it. It's a very serious reason. No, in all honesty, it is. Okay, no jokes. But I've gotten to the point in my life where I don't care. Like, I have for so long, here, you want to talk about real rant for a second? I have for so long been more concerned with people thinking that I was rude in response to their rudeness, that I wouldn't stand up for myself, or I wouldn't say anything because I didn't want to offend or hurt their feelings, so I wouldn't say anything. Oh, okay. Oh, you want to stand right here and spit on my face? Okay, just stand right there and spit on my... No, I don't do that no more, okay? See, if you're going to be such a rude SOB that you're going to stand right here and want to talk to me real super loud, and you got your gingivitis all up in my face, and I can smell your breath from a mile away, and you want to stand up in here and I can smell your sweat and everything like that. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push you away, and I'm going to say, could you please stand farther away, okay? Like, I need my space, okay? Like, I got five feet around me in all directions, and I cannot stand when those people look at you and they go, what's wrong with you? I don't like you standing up on top of me is what I don't like, okay? I'm not bringing you back to the bedroom. I don't want to be doing it with you. I don't want to be romanticals with you. Okay, so get away. I don't need you in my face. Your breath stinks. You're sweaty. You stink. And I don't really care that much what you have to say. Stand away. And it's always at like some like public event or a party or something where somebody corners you and then they want to say, and this is what kills me so much because everybody in the world knows I'm sober, right? It's always that one person they want to come up in the corner and they want to say, after they've had 15 drinks, right? They get real close and they go, my sister has a drinking problem. And I want to say, I don't know that maybe she's the only one in the family that does, right? And I go, oh, she does? I'm so sorry. Well, maybe I can help. Like, what's this? You know, and they'll go, it's a real long story. And then they get right in my face and they talk, okay, for literally 45 minutes. And then they go through this whole story. And then at the very end, they go, can I call you tomorrow and maybe you could give me some suggestions on what I could do to help my sister? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Or brother or spouse or friend or whoever it happens to be, okay? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Call me tomorrow. Which they never do because they don't even remember the conversation. Oh, wait, which conversation? Not just that conversation, but the 3 times that we have it, okay? Because they get to the very end of the conversation in 45 minutes of us talking about it, and then they look at me and they go, what were we just talking about? And I'm stupid enough that I go, your sister, and you said that she might have like a drinking problem or something? And then they go, oh God, it's so bad. Do you have a little bit of time? Can I tell you about it? And then they go through the whole thing. And I'm nice enough that I sit there and I just shut my mouth and I don't say a damn thing. Oh, really? I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Can I call you tomorrow and we can talk about this? And I'm like, absolutely, sure. Which, like I said, they never do. And they get to the end and they, they look over here and they go, what were we talking about? I think you said your sister had a drinking problem. Now, I don't know why I continue to do this. My husband's like, it's your fault. You're the one who keeps on entering that. I'm like, well, what do I do? And he goes, when they say something to you about your sister having a drinking problem, you go, I'm real sorry. That's real sad. Hug it out and walk away. Okay, that's why I'm going to start doing that from now on. hug it out and walk away. Because, listen, if it's somebody that's sober that wants to come talk to me about the problems of their life, I'll say, listen, call me tomorrow. We can have a conversation about it. I will help you in any way that I possibly can. Okay, but I'm at a party. I'm trying to have fun. Okay, this is not the time right now or the place, especially not when, you could probably use a AAA meeting yourself because you've had 15 martinis in a row. I don't know what to tell you, okay, but this is probably not the time or the place, okay? Read the room. That's like literally the definition of read the room, okay? It gets me every single time. So let's go into some of these other ones. Let's see. British tabloid media against Meghan Markle. Somebody said, you want to know what I think about Meghan Markle? I don't care. I do not care about her. Who is she? Okay, she's a princess or something. I don't care about her, okay? I think her husband's gorgeous. That's what I think, okay? But I don't care about her. I don't care about Meghan Markle. I don't care about the interview. I don't care about anybody. And don't come for me in the comment section below and say, oh, you're being mean to Meghan Markle like everybody else. No, I'm not being mean. I don't know her. I don't care about her. I don't follow her. I don't watch nothing to do with the royals. I don't care about them, okay? It's no life that I'm ever going to live. I don't relate to that. I feel bad for their, whatever they're going through, and the family's mean to her and things like that. Girl, okay, listen, you got a title. You're a princess. There's a lot of people in the world whose in-laws don't like them and they don't get to be a princess, okay? There's a lot of people in the world that don't have your life and their in-laws don't like them, okay? Their in-laws ban them from barbecues and Christmases and Thanksgivings and Easters. They don't show up at graduation parties. They sure as hell don't buy them Christmas presents, okay? I'm sorry your in-laws have been so mean to you. I'm sorry that your life has been tough. Now, I know she's had a very tough life, okay? I know that her husband just came out and wrote some book about his penis. I don't really care, okay? I don't care about these people. They don't live in the real world, all right? So, more power to you. Bless you. What is she saying, Queen Charlotte? Sorrows and sadness, or something like sorrows and sadness and sorrows and sadness. I wish you all the best in the world. I really do. I don't know her. I don't know Meghan Markle. And to be honest with you, I could care less. Now, Princess Di, that's a different story. Loved her, okay? So, anyway, people don't put their carts away. I put that on the other day. I said something about that. Hold on a second. Let me find. As a server, when I greet a table and they say they're not hungry at a restaurant, I say, well, we need this table, so you need to leave, okay? Unless you're going to buy at least $20 worth of food. I think restaurants should have minimums. I really do, okay? Because you know what? We're out there waiting in the waiting area for a table, and you're sitting there having a glass of water, and you're not even going to tip your server because you're rude. I don't understand that. Oh, this is truly a rant of mine, right? So y'all know I take a lot of Ubers these days, right? And I always talk to the Uber drivers. They're so nice. I have, I've had, one bad experience with an Uber driver that was on, a FaceTime call with 25 of her closest family members, and she was just talking to them on the phone the whole time. I recorded the whole thing, and everybody even afterwards was like, you should report her, and I didn't because I felt bad. I don't know, I probably should have, but anyway. But she was even real nice. She had the audacity, though, to look at me when I got out of the car, and she goes, now don't forget to rate me and give me 5 stars. And I thought, are you kidding me? You haven't said one word to me, checked on me, or nothing, okay? There haven't been no bottles of water. There aren't no plugs for phones in this car. Your car's got crap all over it, and you're having a 25-person FaceTime reunion. I mean, are you kidding me? You're going to tell me to give you a 5-star? And you know what? I did, too, because I'm an idiot. So anyway, but, what was I saying now? I don't even remember. Oh, so I have, really fantastic, Uber drivers, and I always ask them a lot of the questions, and they're so nice. I'm like, I'm sorry for talking so much. And they're like, no, we love it, blah, blah, blah. And I always ask them a lot of questions, right? And one of the questions I ask them is, because I've heard a lot of people say that by and large, most people don't tip in Ubers. And they're like, no. One guy even said to me, he goes, I figured it up, and it's less than 25% of people tip. Okay. You're taking a service, okay? These people, they don't make a lot of money. You have an option where you can, hey! Howdy. Hey, how are you doing? Lauren, don't be bothering my video. Hey, listen, is the pool cold or is it warm today?
Oh, great. They said it was cold.
Oh, warm, cold, warm? Okay, I might have to go.
Yeah,
My neighbor, okay, she don't be bothering my video, she knows. But anyway, so... what was I going to say? Now I don't even remember. Okay, I was talking about... Was I still talking about Manny and Laura, or was that my video from yesterday? Now I just want to go to the pool. Oh, that was my video from yesterday. I was talking about Uber drivers. Okay, you're taking a service from somebody. Just going to a restaurant and things like that. And tip them $1 at least, okay? And I understand, one of the drivers said to me, he said... A lot of the people that I take are going to work, and I understand that they're taking an Uber to work, and they're so understanding, right? They never complain about the people not tipping them. But the one guy said that he actually looked it up, and that it was less than 25%. And he goes, but I understand. He was I think he was the one actually that said, a lot of the people that I drive are going to work or coming home from work. So, they're taking an Uber because they're going to work. So, like, to make money, you know, then they can't tip a lot of that money. $1? You can't tip $1? Seriously? Not even $1? Like $1? Okay, like, seriously? I don't understand that. So, very confusing to me, okay? Tip your Uber drivers, especially if they do a good job. Let me just pick a couple more. I don't know why this cracks me up so much, but somebody said when people say oil, like Olay. My grandma, my mom's mom, she used to always say theater and pizza. Not pizza, pizza. My mom she'd say, Mother, it's pizza, not pizza. Fun times in our family. MLMs, multi-level, what's that called? Multi-level marketing and scams. Okay, so I'm going to end on this one. I just want to tell you all a story real quick, okay? And I know this girl don't watch my videos, so it's not like I'm going to be calling her out publicly or anything like that, but in all truth, I don't really care if I do. So I knew this girl here in Indianapolis, right? And she had made a fortune off of one of these MLMs. Like, so if you don't want to know what an MLM is, I don't know if these MLM people will come for me now or whatever, right? But they're basically like the what do they call them? Pyramid schemes, you know? Where, like, if you come in at this level, and then you get 5 people below you, then you make a percentage of everything they made, and then the person above you makes a percentage of what you make, and, well, it's a pyramid scheme, okay, is what it is. So this gal, she did this one multi-level marketing scheme, right? And so I remember she came up to Alex and I, and she was like, oh, you guys know so many people, you have so many friends and things like that, blah, blah, blah. She said it to us multiple occasions, okay? And she said, I would love to take you guys out to dinner and talk to you about my business. Now, like I said, she came in real early. Like, she was like the first person in Indianapolis with this multi-level business. At the time was really huge. I think it's now defunct, but at the time it was huge. She made a fortune off of this, okay? Because she literally, like, had hundreds of people underneath her. She was like the first person in Indianapolis in the Midwest. She used to go all over the country and do these conventions and things like that, right? So finally, like, our friends did it, and, like, if you, like, got so many people underneath you, you got a BMW, which we found out later was you didn't really get a BMW. They put a down payment of, like, $1,000 on a BMW, but then you made the payments for the BMW. So it wasn't like you really got a BMW, but that was their selling point, right? With that, you got a BMW. So we go out to dinner with her. We finally agree, okay, after months of this gal asking us to go out to dinner for this multi-level marketing scheme. Now, I have to tell you, okay, I have had so many people, Metaluca is one of them. Is that the wine? I don't know. The one that is like the concentrated laundry detergent, Amway. I mean, I have had so many friends of mine that have done these different scams, okay, that have come to Alex and I and have said, you guys can make so much money off this because you guys know so many people, blah, blah, blah. Peter, you could use your YouTube. Can you even imagine for a second if I used my YouTube to sell multi-level marketing scams? People would come for me left and right, okay? I know Cece Suarez would make a few videos about it. I love her so much for that. But anyway, so we finally go out to dinner with this gal, basically to give her off our back, okay, because she would constantly talk about us. And it's one of those deals where, like, her entire Facebook and everybody else that was in this group, like the people that sold this stuff, like, from the moment that they sign on, like, their entire Facebook going forward is all about, are you taking the challenge? Are you challenging this? Are you challenging that? Are you gonna do the challenge? Like, this person's doing a challenge. Oh, this person is just, they've crossed the premium market. Now they're in the platinum market. Now they're in the gold, you know, that kind of thing. And, like, their entire Facebook is dedicated to that. And they're, like, just like, they've lost friends left and right because everything that they do, everything they talk, they're constantly sending text messages, emails, whatever, what calls. Have you thought about this? Like, I have a really great business. I think it would be a good business venture for you. So she would not shut the F up. So finally, Alex was like, I think we should go and talk to her about this. Like, maybe it would be good for us. I was like, oh, I'm not doing it. I can go, but I can tell you right now. I said, because there's going to be some kind of buy-in. There's always a buy-in. No, there's no buy-in. You don't have to pay anything to be part of this. You just do it. I go, I can guarantee you right now there's going to be some kind of buy-in to this thing. He goes, no, she said she's going to take us out to dinner. She's going to take us out to dinner. She's going to talk about us. Business venture. I'm like, I have sat at enough of these foolish things to know better, okay? But we'll go if you want to go. To get her off our back. So we go out to dinner, I'll never forget, we went to Basbo's Pizza, okay? And she gives us this 2-hour spiel about this thing, BMWs, and how you can do this, and you can win trips, and when you get to the champion level, and when you get to the platinum level, and we're like, So we get to the very end, and she goes, are you guys interested? And I'm like, no. I mean, I already know this is a scam, and my husband's seeing dollar signs, right? He's like thinking that this is the fast track to $1 million homes and Lamborghinis and things like that. And he's like, oh, he goes, I think that would be great. We should sign up. She pulls out this pamphlet and she goes, well, which she goes, which package would you like to buy into? And he goes, well, what do you mean, which package would you like to buy into? And I felt so bad for my husband in this moment because he was so innocent and naive and sweet that he didn't realize this was a whole scam. Even though I had told him 1,500 times, okay, he still didn't believe it. He thought he was going to make a lot of money and become the next, billionaire of the United States through Metalluke or whatever. It wasn't Metalluke. I can't even remember what it was called at this point. But it was some weight loss deal, Life Living Springs powders and all that kind of stuff, right? And so anyway, he's like, what do you mean, what package do we want to buy into? And she's like, we start with the $1,500 package, and then there's the $3,000 package, and there's the $5,000 package, and then there's the Premier, which is the $10,000 package. And with the Premier, you get 5 people under you automatically, which means you already get 20% of what their earnings are. And he looked at me, and he's like, and I go, exactly. And she goes, well, what are your thoughts, Peter? And I said, my thoughts? And I said, my thoughts are that I'm done with dinner. And that's a no to your scam, but I didn't say it like that. I go, oh no, I'm not interested. If he wants to do it, he can do it, And he's looking at me like, how the hell do I get out of this now? Like, I'm not putting any money down on this whole thing, right? So I don't know. I somehow said something like, hey, listen, let us think about it. We'll get back to you like in a week or whatever, okay? And she goes, okay. And I'll never forget, the server came to the table. And the server's like, okay. She's like, can I get your check for us? And that gal looked at us and she goes, yeah. She goes, I'm by myself and they're together. Oh, you aren't even going to get our dinner for us. Okay, girl, you want to sit here and have a 2-hour conversation about your BS multi-level marketing scheme, pyramid scheme, okay? You don't even want to buy our $20 pizza for us? Okay, enough already with all that BMW bullshit. I had it. Oh my God, I could talk about the multi-level marketing schemes. We've had so many friends. We have had to go to all these stupid parties for these people, okay, that just like want to put, they acted like they were going to make us the biggest millionaires in the entire world, and we just did it because we were their friends, and then had to say no at the end, and they guilt-tripped us so bad for saying no. It's just all a scam. Don't ever say yes to those people. Don't ever, okay? Trust, don't. Anyway, I got a beach to get to, I think. So I'm going to get off here now. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Don't forget, Thursday's my birthday, and you better be wishing me a happy birthday. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.